Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Lorena Creole, and with me, of course, is one of my amazing co-hosts who just got monetized, by the way, and that would be her of Positive Fandom. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing great, and I am so excited for this film, Lorena. We've been talking about it for so long, and to finally see it, I just cannot wait to see what they have accomplished with this film.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, folks, if you're like, I have never heard of this film, well, if you've been following my channel, I've been talking about this film that Disney has, yeah, I'll say it. They pretty much buried this film. It literally is something that out Marvel's Marvel with respect to the special effects, with respect to the story, with respect to the cinematography. I mean, and I saw this in 3D, and Dirk Coon, you exactly what I was thinking. Was lucky to catch this one in theaters, sub 3D. If you're getting fed up with the MCU, this is your cure. Absolutely, Derek Coon. I put out the money for it in 3D with the English subtitles. It was the best 3D money I have ever spent. I'm so not kidding. I mean, from the beginning, the 3D just was the icing on the cake to just like immerse you in the action. But I'm telling you, I had the best fun in this movie and was so excited when I happened to pull up Hulu last week and see Brahmastra there with the English dub. And I was very disappointed that they didn't come out with an English dub in the first place because remember, you and I were looking at videos that they were putting out dubbed in Hindi and also in English. It's like, why would you put that out in English if you're not going to release, in English dub? So I'm glad they finally finally put it on Hulu. So Darkoon, good to see you here. Let's see who else we have here before we get started. Oh, before I do that, let me put the scener link in the chat again very quickly so you guys can find the senior party. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go and make it live. No, make it public. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it public, and I didn't want to start right away. Okay, so the party should be started so you guys can start to sync up. So Punk Trace is here. Hello, thanks for being a channel member. Says I've never heard of this movie. Well, not surprised. You really had wouldn't really have heard about it. I mean, we only heard about it through I think through YouTube, right?
Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. We didn't see it on Disney. I would have imagined that you would have seen an advertisement on there showing this incredible film, and there was nothing. And I still am very surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, Disney really dropped the ball with this one. I mean, they had a ton of publicity in India. I mean, they had it like everywhere. They even had SS Rajamouli of RRR fame. Yeah, he was actually supporting and publicizing this film as well. But here in the United States, crickets. You had to stumble and boom and happen to find it. And just insane. So I'm really hoping that with an English dub being on Hulu, that word gets out about this movie. I'm gonna say it's different than RRR because it is a Bollywood movie, but I'm telling you, this is probably yet another good 3 hour chunk where you're watching the movie and you can't believe 3 hours have passed by.
Exactly. This is just, I haven't been disappointed by any of these films, and I'm just so excited. We already know that the music is going to be amazing. The effects are going to be amazing because of that incredible trailer that we saw. So there are a lot of great expectations with this film.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. John Ware Jr. is telling you congrats on your monetization.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John Ware Jr. I do appreciate it, and it was a group, like a community effort. Thank you all for everything that you've done to get me there.
Yes, yes, I'm so thankful to you guys for getting her into the realm of the monetization. And Battle Hymn 63 says, "Oh, this is far better than anything the MCU has put out in the last 5 years." I agree. I
Wow.
totally agree. I mean, we saw it from just the trailers that came out. We were just like, "This looks absolutely freaking insane." Loved it. Dirk Coon says needed a cigarette after the first action scene, and I've never smoked in my life.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited now. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. The dub is actually good. 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 I'm glad. I'm so excited. I know some people watch, we're used to watching subtitles, but you got to admit, if they drop an English dub in there, English speakers are going to gravitate to it and watch it first. So ideally, I would say watch the English dub, then go back and watch it in Hindi with the English subtitles. The English subtitles are still good. They're still good, but anytime there's a foreign language film and there's an English dub, there's some things that don't quite translate into English, spoken English. So it's good to go back and watch it. John Ware Jr. says, since I haven't watched it yet, no wait for it moments during the watch party. He's good for saying wait for it. Yes, Battle Hymn, there was no marketing. None. I was so disappointed. None. They had the perfect Disney had the perfect time to drop it. And I think they dropped it before Labor Day weekend, I think, or something like that. You would hardly
Yeah,
have known it was
right
there.
on the cusp between summer and the fall, and it was a good time to drop a film for everybody to see, but absolutely no one knew about it. You couldn't find it anywhere. Even Fandango wasn't advertising it. Like, it was
No,
kind of weird. It was really, really weird, and I think it's terrible that that this is the situation, because it really needed to be publicized. It's an outrage, honestly.
it is. I think they had like a panel at CinemaCon, I think. And that was it. It should have been shown at the San Diego Comic-Con. That's when it should have been. That would have been a huge audience to go to Comic-Con, but they didn't go there.
It truly needed something like that. I think that something of this caliber, because this isn't an ordinary film. This is kind of an
No.
extraordinary film. We certainly are presented with, some of the most fantastic entertainment that
Mhm.
we can see. So, I think that, just looking at it from that point of view, um, and the caliber of what they've achieved, it should have had much more publicity. I haven't even seen a poster like in the neighborhood, like even something like that. I could understand if they wanted to go old school with with that sort of stuff,
Mhm.
but there wasn't even anything like that. So, it just was so surprising not to see it, and also surprising because, Lorena, from what you and I have discussed, it was kind of like this combination of working with Disney and some other studios to bring it to an American audience, right?
Yes, Fox Star Studios, in India, and this was one of those movies that fell into Disney's lap because they bought Fox, but they hardly did any publicity for this film at all. And after you see it, you can kind of see why they did it, because it really did put and does put the MCU to shame.
Oh my gosh. I'm so
Ah,
excited.
sound like me, Punk Trace. And Dirk, who you are very welcome. So it's a bit late here in Germany, so I can't stay, but have fun, guys. Definitely watch the replay. You won't regret the time promised. And thanks for promoting good alternatives. Well, you are welcome. I am all about promoting alternatives. It's pop culture in general, whether it's American pop culture, Japanese pop culture, Indian pop culture. If it's pop culture and it's good, I'm going to let you know about it, and we're definitely going to we're definitely going to talk about it. Definitely. Hey, Lord Thoth, good to see you. Good to see you. Says love you, ladies, gorgeous as always. Well,
Oh,
thank you so very much, Lord Thoth. We appreciate that. And Xavier Minaj says it's releasing in Japan, Korea, and Taiwan on December 2nd and 4th. Well,
oh
th-
wow.
they are really in for a treat with this film. So, with that said, Punk Trace is like I'm going to watch it on a Hulu app on my Roku device. So, a little housekeeping before we get started. Of course, you see this timer right
Yes.
here. So, this is so that if you're watching this on the replay and you have this queued up on your Roku device or whatever device you have, you can follow the timer here to see where we are now. We cannot show this on the screen. I have to tell people this because sometimes people are like, how come we're not showing it on the screen? Well, because YouTube will pull the stream down. That's why. So you have to watch it through Scener. So if you have Hulu, you can sync up with us through Scener, or if you have your own copy, you can go ahead and watch that along with us. I believe I did drop, and I'll drop it again. There's a link to a version of the film on YouTube, but it does not have English subtitles. So that's kind of like a way that you can see it. Hello, Sacha Par. We are getting there. Let's go. I know. It's like start the movie. Okay. So I am over on Cena right now, and here we go.
All right.
Got the timer on screen so you guys can see our Rockstar Studios. Even the opening music is different. I like it. So has not seen this film. I have seen this film in Hindi with the English subtitles. We have a runtime of about close to 3 hours, so get all your popcorn stuff ready. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Wow,
So there are
that's just
actually three
intro.
movies slated. That's just the intro, exactly. I mean, mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I mean, look at this. You got that right, John Ware Jr. Yes. This is the type
It's
of art that
incredible.
we should have gotten with the Eternals, and we didn't.
It's it's incredible looking.
It's like you can't believe you're actually watching something like this.
It's spectacular. It's I've never seen anything this incredible. It's the detail. The detail is the key, and the colors, the movement, the flow.
Yes, the Sarah. Granted, this is not RRR, but I'm gonna tell you, folks, you were not ready. You were not ready for this first dance number. And if you're from Trinidad, you're gonna freak out when you hear it.
The level of quality, it might be the best quality I've ever seen, the Reina.
Oh my God,
This
it's
might be the best quality I've ever seen. I've never seen anything. We were just talking about a film before and how dark it was. This one
mhm.
is filled with light. It's filled with substance. It's filled with depth. Oh God.
All of the scenes. You see everything.
And they kept the accents in the dub. So
Yes,
it's an Indian accent in English, and I'm
e-
so glad they did that.
exactly. Because I was worried it was going to be like a generic English accent, and that's not what I
Hello.
wanted.
Hello.
So when I started to play it, I'm like, is this? Let's see what it's like. And I heard it from the opening scene. I'm like, okay, all right, we're good. We're good. This in 3D was insane. Hey, Stunt Brat 777 says, hey, Miss Lorena. And well, hello. Good to see you, my dear. Eight of you folks in here watching along with us.
He's like insulting him like you have the force of a hippo or elephants are beautiful, but you're like guy's like Zen man, Zen.
He's just smack talking.
Even the music is modern. It does feel almost superhero-ish in a way.
Mm-hmm. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
What?
How?
What?
Yes. And we're starting out like this. You notice he has all the attributes of a monkey, even his fighting style. I'm telling you. So what are we gonna do? Stunt Brat, I'm not sure if they have it on digital download, but yeah, whatever you can, you need to see this movie.
What?
Wait for it. See, we don't literally better than Marvel. We don't get this. John Ware Jr. says hue saturation on max.
I can't. That
Absolutely
one scene was worth the
gorgeous.
price of admission.
It's like it makes you remember what Marvel films used to be like in the beginning, where they would give you just this crazy look at this. Oh my God.
That's what he had in his hand before.
Hmm. This chick, I love her in this. Look at the effects job on her.
She's incredible.
Thank you, Stunt Brat. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Mhm. Look at this effect. Which is why she wants it. Mhm.
He's
Jerkoon said,
sending
told
people
you
so
and
much.
bye. John Ware Jr. says, this looks heavily storyboarded with great contrast, so much visual depth on a 2D screen. Yeah,
Yes.
that's on purpose and kind of what the director was talking about in a lot of the introductory videos. They put an amazing amount of detail into the story with this. Same, same. Janoon is who the Scarlet Witch should have been. That's what the Scarlet Witch should have been like in Doctor Strange too.
I-
He's like, did you all see what I just saw? Maybe not. What an introduction.
Brahmastra. You said Brahmastra.
Hmm. Now, for folks who do not know, the actor's name is Ranbir Kapoor, And the lady that you're seeing that he's looking at, that is Alia Bhatt, and that is actually his wife in real life.
Yeah. This is the type of stuff we like to see. They want to know what women want to see. This is the type of stuff we like to see.
Yes. John Ware Jr. says positive fandom. We got you. We got your love story.
Thank you. Thank you for
We want
that.
to see stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Bollywood, so you have to have musical. Well, you have to have musical numbers in pretty much all the Indian cinema, but look at just the colors and the
Even the details
contrast.
for him with his shirt, like they put him in that color on purpose. Everything was perfectly colored and tailored to balance. I love that statue. I love that statue. How, it looks so perfect, Lorena. How?
Look at this. I want to say, I wonder if that statue is that real or is that CGI? I mean, I don't even care because it looks so good.
That's true. And we have seen like a lot of, I guess you would call them colossal statues, right, Lorena?
Hmm.
In Asia. Like it's a big deal for them to make these colossal statues. Some of them are gilded, some of them are on the side of mountains. And we have seen just like what we're seeing here with these colossal statues maybe painted as well.
Hmm. I love this.
Oh my goodness. Look at the different costumes, Lorena.
I love it. Ah,
Ooh.
there we go. When to put that down the box, people are like, "What the heck are you looking at?" Yeah, the intensity of his red shirt will keep him in the viewer's focus. It's these little things. Hey, Dylan C says, "Hey, Lorena, mm, we are watching Brahmastra Part One Shiva. Literally, it is. I don't even. It's an Indian movie. I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to put it in the same league as Marvel because we're getting stuff we didn't get before. Okay, yep. Here's the EDM switch.
You guys know I love EDM, right?
I love how they kept it.
It's I want to go to this party so badly.
This is a absolutely sick party. Xavier Menage says Brahmastra songs were all chart busters on music platforms all over the world. I believe it. We did a couple of reactions to the songs from the movie. It's insane. And if you saw this in the theater, this whole scene and the music track, the sound was insane.
Is that supposed to be happening? What? Is he the only one who can see that?
Good
Oh,
question. You're asking the same questions that I did while watching it. Battle Him 63 says the progression of this movie from one scene to another reminds me of old school Disney animated movies. I know it's
yes.
classic filmmaking, isn't it? And Ayan Mukherjee, actually, he watched a lot of what Disney was doing, Marvel was doing. I mean, he did his homework.
Yes,
John Ware Jr. said, "This is a party where I leave and get someone." This was crazy.
absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
like, did you see that?
And no one else, yeah, it's he's the only one who can see the Brahma. That must be the Brahmastra.
Hmm.
They're like, he passed out.
Him with
He
his two
passed
friends. Hmm. It's like, we can't take you anywhere, dude.
out.
John Ware Jr. says he looks like he experienced a song from the weekend. And Battle Him 63 says, no, everyone saw it. The answer is later in the movie. Hmm.
I know what he's thinking about.
There's this girl.
Hmm.
If you saw Aladdin, the animated version, you know what I'm talking about. That's like my favorite animated Disney movie.
His co-stars are also very good. The two guys here.
Yeah, the banter between all of them. Yeah, great chemistry. Kind of like in Stree, where the guys friends.
I got my water. We got the EDM going.
Yeah. This is what I love in this film. Mm.
I have to get the EDM versions of these songs.
Xavier Menage says actor Ranbir Kapoor did not charge a fee for the entire trilogy. Really? He must have really believed in it in order to not do that.
this
Wow.
is this might be one of the most important films coming out, maybe in this decade, Lorena. And I can understand why he would
Mm.
be like, "Yeah, I'm fine with it. I just need to be part of this." Is it? It's the I.
Yeah,
That's what
like
I would.
any yeah, I would think like anything to get this movie out so people can see it, especially coming behind RRR, because now word is getting out about Indian movies. Like I say, which is why I'm so mad Disney like dropped the ball on pushing this out. He probably charged back end money. That could be true. Probably profit off the back end instead of, it's like basically if the movie makes money, then you can pay me. But to
Now this
cut
is that
costs in the beginning.
this is that Deva Deva song remix to EDM, isn't it? Like it sounds like it's the same. I don't know. It's
I
a
think
remix.
so. Yeah. I
remix,
love how
guys.
they do it.
Oh my God, he's outside of the
On a
elevator.
darn yeah, I'm like, dude.
To get my fan going. I might have to get my fan on. Yeah,
Put that fan on, girl.
do it.
I love this. He just shows up like, hey, how you give me them digits, girl.
What? Before midnight? That sounds very Disney-ish.
Mm-hmm. She's like, you turn into a pumpkin? What party?
Oh,
I'm a
is he a
hot
DJ?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they work hellish hours.
Just think she's like, I'm a hot girl. I invite you to my party and you don't want to go. They're like, you're holding up the elevator, bruh. Javier Menage says the director has two films, and this one, all as Randir Pator in it, are two are best friends. Oh, okay.
Oh, no way. She's going with?
These are the types of enchanting experiences I avoid in real life. Amazing for cinema. Yeah, it's the escapism, right? I mean, would you really jump on an elevator to meet some girl? I'm just saying. I mean, maybe, but you'd wind up in the police blotter, wouldn't you? It probably wouldn't be good. But in a movie, heck yeah,
You'd look for her at the next
heck yeah, we
party.
want to see it. Exactly. Okay. Okay.
Oh, a West End girl.
Like, how do you know that? Nice comeback. Touche.
Hmm. Good for you.
I like that exchange.
Hmm. That's a little life
If
lesson. That's very Disney.
like
Or at least
how they used to do it, right?
I hope her friend goes with her though. Please let her friend come along with her.
I hope she does, even though she's like, we have to be somewhere else. Now that's from Aladdin. That's from Aladdin. Do you trust me? Or Dawson's right, exactly.
It's kind of a high jump though. Oh, good. I'm glad
So,
her
folks, if
friend.
you're watching this offline, oh, sorry. You glad her friend what?
I'm glad her friend is going with her.
So, folks, you see the timer. That is where we are approximately in the film right now. Let's watch part.
I also like her outfit.
And the boots. I'm
Hmm.
partial to the boots. Notice even how they shoot it. John Moore Jr. said this is Batman, Catwoman type of rooftop running. Hadn't thought about that, but yeah. See where he's going.
He made it sound like he grew up in like a dirt floor kind of place. This isn't horrible.
Mm-hmm. No. Seems really nice to me.
So this is where he had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh my God! I'm
So
gonna get teary eyed now.
we hear this music, we know what that means. Aw.
I can't. Oh my God.
In the subtitles in the movie, it says that this is like a famous Bollywood dance number from a movie. Hmm.
Does she know it?
Yeah, like it's a famous Bollywood a famous number from a famous Bollywood movie, so they all know it. John Ware Jr. says not horrible living, but still packed close to his neighbors, urban versus suburban.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, definitely.
He's like he's like she's so beautiful. Oh, I understand that. These kids are a trip. Oh.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Mm.
Hmm. Oh, that was slick. That's a
He
nice
has a
man
lot of
cave.
he's got a lot of square footage.
I mean, lots of space. Hmm. Hmm. Very interesting dialogue. Very uplifting dialogue. Jamar Jr. says the color blocking is on the level of 1990s Dick Tracy. Interesting. Tell you, this looks great. Wow. You know what? Battle Hymn 63. I did too. I forgot about it too. There's so much going on in this first film. Hello, Bye for the Hobbit says, hey. Hello and welcome. And Ostroverse. Yes. Ostroverse is flipping amazing. I need those other two movies like yesterday. This film is so awesome. Oh, and I'm a tough chick, and I'm like, Dad, going it. Who's cutting onions?
Yeah, he is.
I love it. Uh, Bye for the Hobbit says, I'm not Indian, but I watch everything from India. I saw Brahmastra in theaters. I did too. I saw it in 3D. Oh, what's this? That was wild. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Wow.
It- she is forcing him to be bad.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This chick. She's pretty much like the Scarlet Witch in a way of getting into his mind to break his mind to show her what she wants to see.
But it's also affecting him.
Yes. So that's interesting. I wonder how that's connected and why can he see that? This is a star-crossed lover urban high fantasy fairy tale. And Janoon doesn't have to force me to be bad. Some of my Indian viewers, you're going to have to tell me. I bet you someone is going to do Janoon cosplay. If they don't, that is a missed opportunity.
Agreed.
I love how they're showing us, but not telling us with this.
She needs all the pieces.
Yes.
I know who
And
this
it's
actor
like,
is. He's
mm-hmm.
that famous
We both
actor who's
do.
a bazillion films.
Amitabh Bachchan.
That's right.
You see how it disappears in smoke? That is the craziest detail.
He got help from Shiva.
So he knows. He knows he's out there. This in 3D was insane. This scene right here, you felt like you were almost falling with this scientist. You felt like you were about to fall off the cliff with him, and like all that glass was headed towards you.
Wow.
He's like, "What?" He's like, "What?" Hello.
Hi,
Hello. Force of Light
ladies.
Entertainment says, hello, lovely ladies. Well, hello,
Hello.
Michelle and Natalie. Probably Michelle running the handle right now. So good to see you. Wonder if you've seen this movie or not. Brahmastra on Hulu. You have to check it out. Oh my God.
Oh,
I love that. Oh, Michelle. There we go. Yep. Good seeing you, my dear. Glad you are here. See, the kids know everything. They're like, yeah, because we're friends with her on Facebook.
yeah, probably. And it says
So this
Happy
is
Diwali.
during the festival of Diwali. Yes. Diwali is in importance level, I would say over in India, it's like Christmas. Encompasses the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. I the story advancement in this movie is crazy. I love it because it just gives us bits and pieces. It shows us, but doesn't show us everything. Ooh, that's who he saw in his vision.
Everybody has the tea with milk. At least I think that's what it is.
The chai tea, yes, that I can't have with whole milk and I have to have it with coconut milk. Is that due to sleep?
Yes. He's like,
Like he's that guy.
she looks so beautiful in that dress.
It's the perfect red. It's my favorite red. It's a blue red because that's the only red I can wear.
And those earrings, I got to get those earrings. I have to get those earrings, Lorena.
There
Where
is
can
this jeweler that I'm going to have to tell you, Amrita Singh. Yes, her designs are crazy. Most of my jewelry from her is in storage, but it is some of the sickest jewelry. I'm going to have to give you the link.
you have to give me the information?
And yes, those two are married with kids in real life. Like, yeah, they just had a baby girl, I believe, recently. She is stunning regardless. Yes, she is.
Yes.
Yes, she is. And yes, I will give you the link.
Thank you.
I had to step away because I was buying way too much jewelry. I know there isn't a such thing, but yeah, he knows something's up. Hmm. Good question. John Moore Jr. says the chants are nuts. Yes, it gives such this like atmosphere to the film. You have to like the product placement here. They've got an Apple MacBook Pro. And
I don't. I can. I'm fine. I can overlook it.
yeah, I know. Bye for the Hobbit. Shiva, played by Ranbir Kapoor, is from acting royalty in real life. His grandfather, Raj Kapoor, was the Indian Charlie Chaplin.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, remember we actually talked about that when we did a Toxic Male Appreciation show and we talked about Ranbir Kapoor and Amitabh Bachchan. Yes. And a lot of people were giving us information like this about him. So yeah, so you
absolutely.
guys know that. Now you know that about Ranbir Kapoor. Thank you for that. Bye for the Hobbit. We love that information given to us during these watch parties. He just woke up. Just woke up. We all have that one relative, right? That was what you call a perfect comedy moment to like break up the tension a little bit.
She believes him. This is. I kind of like that she believes him, and it's not like, well, he must be crazy or anything like that. She genuinely is on his side.
Hmm. And you hear it.
She is so happy. Hmm.
Hmm. Do you want me to? Really? And why not? Y'all didn't meet by accident.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no.
No.
Are we gonna get to hear this song finally? Because I think this is my favorite one from the whole sound, the whole movie.
Mm-hmm. It's the Deva song, right?
I think so. Kiss the girl. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movie says this is a totally different and quite interesting take on the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This it's almost an hour into this movie
Mhm.
and it doesn't feel like it, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And Bye for the Hobbit, I'm gonna look that up because if that just dropped, like you said, second watch party coming. Thank you for
Absolutely.
letting us know because whoo, 12 of you fun here with us. Thank you so very much. I love this. Yes, we did watch this video and we made a reaction video to it because we love the music. It's very, in a lot of ways, it's kind of very 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. The color palettes in this film, oh my gosh. Battle Him 63 says, I disagree that this is a different take. This is the old way. Interesting. Do you think that it's the same hero's journey, but told for a more modern audience? As I can kind of see what you say about the old way, like there's standard hero's journey formula that's there. But I think like from what Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies is kind of saying, it's a different rapper probably. Because I
Mm-hmm.
can see both from. Dude, same. Just a joy to like watch. Remember when you'd watch movies and it make you feel good to watch? Ooh, I like that duster. I need to have it.
Mm-hmm.
That shot. It's dark outside, is it not?
Stunningly done. It's so beautiful. It's very
And the shot
romantic.
isn't dark, isn't
No,
it? Oh my gosh, it's great. I love it.
I can see everything.
The lights on the water. Mr. Londell's groovy movies, seeing me through the eyes of a different culture, and that gives it a different yet interesting take, in my humble opinion. I get that. I get that. Yeah.
And she is finally seeing what's going on now. She is finally seeing this stuff. It's no longer him just with the visions.
She's like, what, what? And she's genuinely afraid for him. Because, dude, you got like fire shooting out of you. Debbie Menage says the song was shooted and dance mix version was the original, then reshooted to this one. Huh.
I definitely am going to
That's,
get all the dance remixes.
oh, yeah. And Fletcher Williams, yes, you need to see this one. I haven't seen this yet.
At least she can see it now, and I'm
Ever
happy that she can
since,
see it.
because she knows it's not, I mean, she believed him, but now that it's apparent of what it is, it's like there's an increase in stakes. It's very Disney. You know, like the Hallmark Christmas movies?
Mhm.
It's kind of what this reminds me of, this part. Oh,
What is this?
notice notice how they just dropped that in there? Where did she come from? Oh, shoot. Oh, this is going to be nuts. Bye for the Hobbit says these big movies like Brahmastra get pre movie launch parties. The whole crew and the orchestra performs a concert to the fans and it's aired throughout the country. Wow. I've seen a couple of like videos from those watch parties, especially for Brahmastra. It is insane. Fletcher Williams, this is streaming on Hulu. It's streaming on Hulu. If you have Hulu, you can actually watch the party in sync with us through Hulu. Yeah. Mr. Londell, that's what John Ware Jr. was saying. The color palette is amazing. Wish Hollywood did this again instead of this dark crap they keep tossing at us. I know it feels soulless with it being so dark.
Yeah, I really had to give that film a
Because
failure
colors,
because I couldn't see it. But this is the most remarkable thing I've ever seen. I love this film. I'm not squinting. Even when they think it might be dark, they give us extra illumination that we need so we can see what's going on. Especially when we need to see the expressions on their faces, just like there, when they zoomed in on her face as she's pursuing
mhm.
them, to see the intensity on her face.
It's like, don't tell me House of the Dragon couldn't get that right.
She's right.
Even this, yes, she's 100% right.
Mhm.
And even the soundtrack, when you hear it's different than anything we've like heard. It just adds authenticity to this. I love it.
So now this everything's all happy and fun.
Bruh.
Oh no.
It sure is, Mr. Londell. Love those scenes. And that was called a distraction.
She was very good.
hmm
Good for you, girl. Good for you, girl. She
Love
followed
it.
through on it, and it makes it even more believable. Now he followed Shiva. He followed him.
hmm Yep. And by for the Hobbit, this is not an understatement that he's making. This is not an understatement. This scene that you're about to say, mm, mhm. That's true. It's like when it's dark, but you're not controlling the elements so you can see everything. Like we've seen black and white movies where there's dark parts, but you can see what it is that you need to see. Mm, it's on, y'all. his shoes like red?
Wow.
Wow. Now that slow motion scene that reminds me of KGF. The way that they shoot these, look, and he is not hitting him at all.
He's not even touching the braid. Even the braid has a perfect spin to it.
Out of
Okay.
bullets.
Damn.
Dang. And the artist comes in just in time. You're seeing this, right?
Yes. Wow.
If we can get out of here.
Three.
This effect is sick. What kind of power does he have? Because we've seen the golden monkey. I don't know what the red one is, but this guy, like the one assassin, he was red. So I guess he was a monkey. So he's very agile. But this Brahmansh, his has a lot of power, a lot of physical raw power. Even Shiva and Isha's wardrobe are complementary with green and red respectively. I love these choices. All these subconscious choices that we don't see, but other people who are like in the game can see and tell us why it works so well. Chinese, the Monkey King equal Monkey Astra. Is it a different monkey? Because I think the other one, he was gold. This may be a different speed. Monkeys will steal your stuff. You have to you have to watch them. They will steal
They'll
it.
break your arm trying to steal your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which one is he? We in this together, babe. Battle Him 63 says, same monkey. The smoke and red color is corruption. Oh, okay. Good to know. Oh, it's the bull Astra. Okay, no wonder, because you notice how much power he had.
He was able to pound through the floor. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you.
Brahma bull. Okay, okay. Punk
Thank
Trace, thank you
you.
so much for that 99-cent super sticker. I bet you it's the devil horn emoji. I don't have my YouTube chat up, so I can't see it. So thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my dear. And the Bosco scenario is in the chat. Hello, Guy Scar. Says, hello, beautiful ladies.
Hi.
Good seeing you. And Bosco, you have got to see this movie. I'm serious. I know you like Marvel. The effects in this movie, bruh, blows Marvel out of the water. Alexa, play Ride or Die Chick by the Locks. Yeah, yeah. And Xavier Menage just corroborated what Battle Hymn 63 said. Same monkey, but only they have stolen the monkey Astra from the scientists, and now
Oh,
evil force turns it red.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Will do. Let us know what you think about it, Bosco, when you see it. Would love to have a roundtable discussion with
Mhm.
Americans who've seen this film. And yes, see, like what Mr. Rondel's movie says, just blows Marvel away.
Yes, it does. And they have romance in it.
Yes, unapologetically masculine men, unapologetically feminine women.
Mhm.
This is like the movies we loved to see.
Exactly. Well, he explained it perfectly.
Hmm. Can we see it? Look at how alive it looks. It's not just not like a just a plain old rock.
No, it's not.
It glows with energy.
He
Uh-oh.
has a reaction
Uh
whenever he sees something like this.
hmm.
But doesn't he have one of the pieces?
I don't think he has the piece, but he seems to have some kind of connection with it. It seems like everyone who touches the Brahmastra, he kind of has this connection to it. And who's watching them? You get the I love how you see the how they cut the cinematography. You get that feeling that they're being watched before they even know that they're being watched. That effect with Janoon's eyes.
It's amazing. Oh, he gave it to her.
Yeah, he did. Mr. Londell, I'm seeing this for the second time. Is seeing it for the first time. Hmm. Yep, by for the Hobbit, you are not lying. Yes, this car chase, I'm telling you right now. Whew. Red eyes
When,
with the green eyeliner. This is what I'm
when he,
saying.
I
Janoon
can't.
is the perfect cosplay.
Because
Perfect
we know that
cosplay.
he's going to sacrifice himself for them. And when he left and touched his shoes like that, I was just like, I can't. I can't.
Hmm. We know.
Second time or third time,
And
I
if you've
brought to the point of tearing up.
mhm. If you have ever seen an actual bull in action,
Maybe she should drive just for a little while.
now we saw this in the trailer. And remember how we were just like, holy, how did they do this? Look at that.
It's so incredible. Oh,
Just strength of a Brahma bull. I love it. Thank you, Yash Bandari. Yes, he did tell us that. Some other folks have been telling us that. Ultimate sacrifice for one's colleagues. I love that visual indicator that you can see corruption and especially how much of it flows through Janu because she has ton, a ton of that energy around her. Look at this. Oh my God.
wow.
It's like you know what's going to happen, but look at just that bull. Just you still see the bull oster behind him. Oh man, he can't go out like that.
He's giving him some of his strength. Oh, this is so cool.
Wow. You know what you got to do. Bye for the Hobbit says, guessed it right. Ollie is going to drive. 14 of you folks in here watching, thank you so very much. We Brahmastra, which is
Oh,
now
one of his.
streaming on Hulu. We have it synced up through Scener. Hit it, girl. Whoo. Why is it always a BMW when there's a car change?
I think
Whoo.
it's the handling because they handle very well.
Don't lose it. The interval scene is amazing and background sound. So this dude is a T1000 of the movie. He just doesn't quit, does he? Whoo!
Now that's an incredible stunt because you're hanging out of a moving car. That's
Mm-hmm.
incredibly dangerous and cool looking. That's unbelievable. Look at that.
Whoever coordinated this stunt scene, oh my God. Oh, this freaks me out. This freaks me out so bad. Girl, keep going. On the car, on top of the car. I know this car chase is nuts. And notice the roads getting like smaller and smaller. Whew. Yo,
What?
that is crazy.
I can't.
I have a problem breathing because of how good that car chase was. Oh my gosh. Whew. Well, I think I can finally start breathing again a little bit. Man, it was a textbook car chase. John Wayne Jr. said, "Kiss her already." Well, we did almost like die in a car chase. Y'all need to kill this dude. Damn. Did you see like those three candles went and lit up too? Wow. His Antarana found out. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Whew. Yeah. 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 I wholeheartedly admit that. I wholeheartedly admit that. Hey, Jerry Menosa says, okay, what did I miss? About 90 minutes of an amazing indie Brahmastra. It's on Hulu. We're all synced watching it through Scener. And looks like this is a flashback, maybe? Was this what he said where he was and his mother died? Oh. His voice, I love his voice. Amitabh Bachchan, oh, his voice. Woo!
And he was the playover singer for so many films. In addition to
Mhm.
starring in them, as an actor and a singer, his voice has just been used a lot. So you can see why.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Seeing him in that scene where he was in the crib and his mother was killed does have a Harry Potter feel to it,
It does, doesn't it?
but it
And
doesn't
that's
feel like he stole it or anything. It just feels like a good story. That's what is so interesting about this film, is that he's managed to just tell a great story, similar to other things we've seen, but
mhm.
certainly really, really, really good, really good.
Absolutely. I remember in the videos that we reviewed where the director Ayan Mukherjee talked about all of like the fandoms and things that he'd read, and sure enough on his shelf was Harry Potter, the Harry Potter books. But I love how he's made that distinction where it makes you think of it, but it's not a direct copy.
Hmm. So she's
Who?
asking for for more evil powers.
Yes. She looked like she just got a Christmas present. Oh my God. Look, watching this in the theater in 3D, just the feeling that you're like there and immersed in all of this. Ugh. Jeremy Minoza saying hello and happy holidays to the
Hi,
chat. Well,
Jerry.
hello and happy holidays to you, Jeremy Minoza. And Battle Him 63 said, I was thinking more Percy Jackson than Harry Potter, but I get a bit of that too. I've never seen Percy Jackson.
He's like Perseus in Clash of the Titans, I think. But a
Oh.
kid, a child, like a teenager version of Clash of the Titans, I
Hmm.
think.
Could you
And you
imagine
can
Peter
recognize his voice,
Jackson?
right, Lorena? You can recognize his
Yes,
voice because
it's
a lot of Indian films, he's done voiceovers for them.
absolutely. His voice is very, very distinctive. Wow, John Mayer Jr. Yeah.
Now he's almost 80 years old, right, Lorena?
Yes, that is
He looks
correct.
incredible.
I love how she looks.
And that's very interesting because when we talk about seeing mature people in films and how they're portrayed, and these are
Hmm.
very powerful, mature people. I think that this is such a step in the right direction. People over 60 exist.
And
They are.
have this knowledge, I
And
totally agree with you.
and we've been kind of seeing a shift of, that maybe perhaps they don't matter and they're not important. And that's just not the
Hmm.
case.
Exactly right. Hello, the Richard says, I'm jumping in to give aloha. Love
Hi,
you. Well, thank you
Richard.
so much, the Richard. We appreciate that. Thank you for being here. The scene reminds me of the X-Men Xavier School and the X-Men. Yes, it does. That's exactly what I thought about when I first saw this scene. When all the kids just start
Oh, wait a minute. Does she
introducing
know
each
them?
other. He's been like knocked out for quite some time, so she's had a chance to meet them all.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna have to enlighten me. Shiva, I've seen it in several like indie movies where they try to touch someone's feet. Is that like a sign of reverence or something like that? I'm just interested. It's something that I've seen, and he like stopped him from doing it. So
It's a
makes
good
me
question.
wonder.
I'm wondering myself.
Xavier Menage says the director, when he started the writing of the film, then the name was Dragon the Love, but later he changed it to Brahmastra. Interesting. I wonder if he came up with that because I guess kind of like how some writers they'll have a working title of a book, and then by the time they finish the book, they decide that titles doesn't work, so they go ahead and change it.
Hmm.
Punk Trace says I've got a few Bollywood movies in my DVD collection, but you're gonna have to give us some recommendations too, Punk Trace. And Yash Bandari says it is sign of respect to elders. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I was wondering about that because it's always an older gentleman and usually someone is younger is trying to do that. So thank you for letting me know that.
It's a hell of a night.
Yeah, that's a knife. Dalmer Jr. says touching the feet of an elder is believed to bless the one who touches the feet with knowledge, intellect, strength, and fame, according to Google search. That is very cool to see. You know, that elder knowledge is revered. So even though I didn't even know what that was, you could tell it was something a special cultural thing. So
Absolutely.
makes you want to find out what those things are. And that's kind of like what it is about sharing cultures, you know.
Well, she can see them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, well, Richard says, I love two incredible forces align. Interesting. He is making him earn that knowledge. Doesn't just give it to him. Senior citizens. Bye for the Hobbit says, I just saw an Indian movie today called Love Today. The movie is about a young future groom and future bride trade cell phones for 24 hours to earn the bride's father's marriage approval. That
Hmm.
sounds very interesting. Bye for the Hobbit. Are you located in India or are you abroad? Because here in the States we don't really get Indian movies hardly at all in the theater, which is why so many of us watch them on streaming. I'm hoping that'll change again. Disney screwed up because they could have put this movie at like Disney Springs in a tourist area and folks would have gone to see it. I'm from Brooklyn. Ah, Brooklyn. All right. All right. Did you see it in a local theater or yeah, New York City gets everything. Yeah, I believe it. I live in Orlando, so I would think that you would drop it in like one of the theaters in the big tourist districts, but apparently not. But
I
I
think it was at the Angelica, but I could be wrong, where it was playing, and I couldn't make it. I tried everything I could to make it out there to see it, but
okay. Hey, J.S. Pena, Lorena Creole, pineapple on pizza is for groomer. Pineapple on pizza. Eh. No, I do not like it. I do not like it. Salam E, Sharon Salama Khan, Priyanka Chopra is one of them. Oh, okay. There's so many to watch.
mhm. I love that
Bye for the
theater.
Hobbit. Oh,
It's the
AMC Empire 25.
Yes, it is the busiest movie theater in the United States.
Really?
Mhm.
I don't know how I missed it last time I was in Times Square.
It's on 42nd Street, right, Lorena?
I think so. I think I remember I was driving through New York, unfortunately. So I couldn't really pay as much attention.
I'll look it up.
So I was headed to Midtown, but that would make sense given how just busy Times Square
Mhm.
um, is. This movie probably completely overshadowed what forever. It is definitely a heck of a better story, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, it's on 42nd Street. It's
Oh,
right
okay.
near, you know where it is. It's right near, the Port Authority, about a block or 2 away from the Port Authority bus station on the
Hmm.
west side
Okay.
of yeah.
Okay. Wow. Hmm.
It's a big deal to have your movie at that theater because of the foot traffic.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
So there's even children with with these powers.
Mhm. So I'm thinking maybe they've had their powers for probably not that long, but like some folks were saying in the comments, it's like um it's like Professor Xavier's School for the Gifted.
It's incredible.
Look at how all this looks. Oh my God.
It's incredible.
And the music. Oh my gosh. Look at this.
Maybe he needs to think of his mother or those times when he from some of those visions to get to that point.
Hmm. Kind of like how in oh my gosh, which Harry Potter movie was it? Was it The Prisoner of Azkaban? When Harry had to generate a Patronus that was strong enough, and Professor Lupin kept telling him, he said, "You have to find the happiest, strongest memory that you can imagine." And he thought of his parents.
Yes.
So that's interesting. That just may happen. Ah, shoot. That's not good. John Wayne Jr. says, of course, his iPhone screen is cracked.
Oh my gosh. She possessed people.
That is crazy. There's Isha. Of course, he's thinking about Isha. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Run, girl.
Did she take the shell?
I think so.
What?
Wow.
She has backup?
Yeah, they didn't let her go in there by herself.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait a minute. He stole the guy's bracelet.
Hmm. And that's corrupted. So now he has the bull power. Okay, don't let her go out like Gwen Stacy. It's
Help
this.
her, Shiva.
It's the
Help
same.
her.
It's the same fall. You notice that?
Help her, Shiva.
Remember,
You can
that's the
do
only
it.
place you can get iPhone reception. Interesting, though. I just knew. Oh, yeah. It's a minor nit, right? It's a minor nit. It's just like the movie is so good. It's kind of like okay, I'll allow it. But yeah, yeah. I thought she should have been much more injured than she was. But oh, look, little fires.
She has a broken arm. Like her arm's busted.
I love how this look. Oh my gosh. Give him a pass for the fall. Yeah. Yeah. Looks like Shiva's in Rivendell. Yeah, that's what happens when the movie is so good, you tend to overlook. It's like if you had to pick something that you didn't like, it's like, it's very, very minor.
She's the one who's helping him get the power.
Mhm. Because
And it,
when he fried the monkey dude, that's because he thought Isha was in danger. Yash Bandari says when she picks up Shiva's call, you can see that yellow net astra going back, showing she was saved by that. Hmm. Okay. I totally missed that part. I wonder why I missed that.
when she picks Shiva's call.
Can't believe I missed that quickly. Mr. Liondel's Groovy Movies. It's just like there's so much of the special effects in this movie that are amazing. It's like it's hard to pick just one. But if it's what I think you're talking about, I agree. And she'll notice this too when we say it. It's something we've talked about.
Oh, his heart wasn't open to it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You know what? This dialogue is so cheesy, but I don't care because I love it. I absolutely love it. Hello, Maria with Tea and
Hi,
Telly says, hey,
Maria.
hello, my
Hi.
dear. So good to see you. And thank you so much for joining us. Says
Yeah.
hugs to you, beautiful ladies. Well, thank
Oh,
you so
thank
very much,
you.
my dear. So
Yeah.
good to see you. Folks, you've got to check out Maria's channel. She does excellent,
Absolutely.
excellent stuff. Hmm.
We were talking the other day about movies that we've seen, and it's these interactions, these normal human interactions that have and give you that soul in a film, Lorena, that you were talking about that was missing from something else.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to see those normal interactions, or else the story doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. We don't create an emotional connection to the characters, and some of the most famous or most beloved movies are because it gives you that emotional connection.
Mhm.
And I think so many filmmakers use CGI as a substitute for that emotional connection, and that's like not the way to go.
The writing, as you mentioned, it's true. It's a little corny in some places, but things have to be said in order to drive this story, because you have to have an incredible amount of emotion in order for him to use this power.
Exactly. Exactly. Here we go. One of the, and Mr. Londell's Ruby movies is right. This is some of the most gorgeous special effects. And the director was actually saying that the technology had changed. So the way that that it was shot, and then the way that was shot, like I think about 10 years later, it looked completely different. Check, it's like something out of a video game when you look at it.
You get that upgraded version, the remastered version of the game, and
Yes.
notice these details in it, and you're like, wow, that looks a lot clearer or crisper, or
It's like it's alive.
Mhm. This would probably make a very good video game.
Oh God, yeah. Hey, Keely Chow. Hello and roll tide, my dear.
The song. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Deva,
Telling you.
Deva, 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 Damana, Damana, Anam.
Gosh, this is beautiful.
I didn't realize that the song was about him getting the power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Deva, Deva, Namana. Now I get it.
This almost reminds you of the training montage in Doctor Strange, the first Doctor Strange movie,
Yeah.
but it's even cooler.
Yeah.
Battle Hymn 63 says he's a firebender. That was another one of the movie properties that the director referenced. Well, not the M. Night Shyamalan movie. No, 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 not that one. Not that one. Not that one. The Nickelodeon series. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. It's in normal daylight conditions, and you can still
Mm-hmm.
see it.
Which shows how on point the special effects house is for this.
Deva, oh, Deva, Deva,
Mhm.
Deva, 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 Deva. Mhm.
It's like a kite. I love that. John Moore Jr. says the special effects design aren't that unique, but it's the compositing and rendering mixed with the cinematography, which makes it special. Simplicity wins the day.
Mhm.
More like it blends in with the practical effects instead of overpowering it. I think is probably what you're saying there, but I agree with you. Why aren't we getting this for the MCU and the DCEU? Good question, isn't it?
It is the
Why?
$64,000 question, yes. And of course, um, yeah, it's been erased, especially maybe for me, I feel like the thing that really has been erased is the soul part, Lorena, the interactions with people that don't make any sense in what we've been seeing, and so then it just goes downhill from that point. For
Mhm.
me, I don't know how you feel about it, but we just aren't seeing anything spectacular like this. Like, this is just so beautiful. It's beautiful. It's
It's gorgeous. It blends in with, like, the effects blend in with the environment, and, like, the effects are being used for a reason. Like, they're showing a visual representation of his power and him learning his power. I just think with the MCU and the DCEU, they're not really focused on real storytelling, because if they were, we'd get stuff like we were getting with Infinity War, with Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Go back and you watch those movies. I'm telling
agreed.
you.
For me, it's Civil War because I like the notion of it's like they almost felt like they were really family because when you have family and you have those family fights and
Mhm.
love the person, you love these people, and that's what we see in that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
What's that one? Oh, now you want to tell me. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Really? What do you mean he? Hmm. Wow. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm. This actually is my favorite effect in this movie. What? So where's the third one?
Or did they?
Good question. Well, isn't this interesting?
Hmm.
Amazing, isn't it? Brings us to a whole different level, doesn't it? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we need to roll out. They all under her control?
I don't know.
They're trying to figure out what's going on within this movie. Well, the main thing that they're trying to do now is not let that third piece of the Brahmastra get found.
And be put into the wrong hands.
Yeah. It's kind of like the keymaster and the gatekeeper getting
And
together.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Kind of like that. VJ Mishra, hello, says, is the English dub is good? Um, I think it's okay. I think the English dub is okay. I've seen this movie dubbed in Hindi with the English subtitles. And while the English dub is more convenient, I think I'm kind of thinking I prefer the Hindi dub
Really?
with the subtitles. Yeah. I'll explain a little bit later on as for why. Xavier Menage says, get ready for blockbuster climax. Oh yeah.
So since he is a combination maybe of two different sides of the power, he can control both, maybe, or is that what it is?
Maybe. Oh, this is crazy. It's like, bro, why you put that on? Well, he kind of had to, kind of like how Harry Potter had that Horcrux, and Hermione was like, "Give it to me."
Thanks, bro.
Hmm.
It was bound to happen, though.
Yeah, I got this, y'all. He said, "I got this." Hmm. I'm 3 minutes behind you because I needed to get up and walk around for a few for a few minutes. I get you. It's a long movie, but enjoyable. It's kind of like Infinity War. No, Endgame, because Endgame was 3 hours.
Hmm. Mm. So I guess I should assume that there's something inside the shell.
Mm, maybe.
Oh, right. That's right. This is so cool.
Isn't this cool? And that's the third piece. And it was always there.
He is Amrita's son. That's right, bro.
Mm-hmm. 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 John Moore Jr. says, do they not kiss in Bollywood movies? I
I don't
don't
think
think that
so.
they do. No. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. The Snyder Cut was longer, but just like this one, time flew by. Yes. Time just flies. It's kind of like with RRR. I was like, can I sit through a 3 hour movie? And I'm watching that and I'm like, oh, it's over already. Oh man, really? Bahubali 1 and 2. I couldn't believe one was over that quickly. Good point. He just found out Vader is his father. Yep. Yep. Ian is a Star Wars fan too. That's a nice Audi SUV. I know that.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess there is.
Guess there is for this one.
It's so funny that that question should be asked. What was that? 4 minutes ago?
Where Junior said, finally, 2 minutes, 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 26 seconds. But in a way, I'm kind of glad they made us wait for that. Look at how beautiful that is. Where's Sebastian?
Oh no! She's literally right there.
I love how they drop this stuff in on us just when we're just chilling.
She tends to be kind of close. This woman tends to get very close to her a lot of times.
Very interesting how she's able to just slide in there like that. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh no!
Oh. No. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey now.
It's on.
Let's do this.
She looks amazing.
Look at that.
She looks so good.
Okay. So sometimes there are. Okay. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Rahul Kumar. And this is a night shot, and we have no problem seeing what's going on.
Absolutely no problem whatsoever. It's crystal clear.
Wow. You sure about that? He just melt the bullets.
Wow.
Whoo. I did not have that on my bingo card for this movie. Oh my gosh, look at this. So now Janu knows that that he's an Astra
Right.
because he has that projection. You got that right, Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. He surely is. Mm-hmm.
So she is one as well. She's an Astra as well. Or is she not?
Yeah, or she's got it from somewhere. This is new. Where the heck did she get that from?
She's a water Astra.
Well, now that remember, Dev had several Astras. So I guess he gave her this power too. Dang. Look at her. Oh.
Sure wish he had that knife right about now.
Mm-hmm. Yash Bandari says Dev is using her as a vessel. She is just under his control. Hmm. Thank you. Mr. Londell's Groovy Newbie says Janoon can control many different Astras, I think. They said earlier that Dev mastered water. She is channeling Dev. Yeah, that's the impression that I got, and you guys are confirming that. Go ahead, girl. Notice in this, the female characters are not overpowering the male characters. It's a balance of the two. He can shoot snakes. That's Slytherin power for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, they looking for it. Mm, look at that.
She took it. She took it. Yes.
As Janu soldiers need a range day. Oh well. They shoot like
Angry
stormtroopers,
qualified.
right? Yeah, I know that's a joke. Catch. They're a team like the freaking Avengers.
It is, and it's a lot of fun to watch this.
Mm-hmm. One person has this power, the other power to back each other up.
You knew that sword was coming out.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Y'all mess with the wrong Brahmastra.
Go, kid. Go, 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 go.
Go get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
So all they have to do is remove the necklace, and the person is like
Mm-hmm.
normal.
Yes. Oh, run, girl. Run, Isha, run. Just wish this was dubbed instead of fighting with the subtitles. Oh, were you watching the subtitle version? Because we're watching the English dub version. I can see how that can be like frustrating when the fighting scenes and you see dialogue and then you have the subtitles popping up. Yeah.
Now, so he's using the sword now.
Mm-hmm. So he was able to create that Astra. Wow.
It's a fiery sword.
That is dope. So he just had to take many, and yeah, including Thor's hammer version. Yeah, Mr. Londell by default, the Hindi dubbed version will show up with English subtitles if you go in Hulu. It won't show the English dub by default.
So
Wow, he just sent fire flaming after her ass. Wow.
he is coming for her.
Mm-hmm. Really? What?
But is his
That is
power fire as well, Lorena?
that's what I thought. Yeah.
But that's his power.
But I guess it's a matter of who's the stronger. Wow. Take out the last Jedi Luke versus Kylo Ren fight scene on the Salt Planet and replace it with the Brahmastra ending. Mm, I agree with you.
Oh my goodness, you could hear him talking to her.
Isn't that crazy? Vijay Mishra says, Brahmansh, did you know Brahma is a god of creation, but we don't pray to him because he was cursed, but we do have some dedicated temples of him. Oh,
Oh.
okay. I did know he's a god of creation. Interesting. Again, that Avengers energy, the whole team works together. Oh, you forgot about me, huh? Dang. Oh, this heifer gotta die. She gotta die. I guess that's what's supposed to happen when you take a spiritual respond. Ooh, I did not see that coming.
No.
Not at all. I guess this is what folks thought was going to happen to Twitter. John Ware Jr. said, I know she just killed Tenzing, but I still love her. I love how they started this. It feels like there's nothing going on.
It rejected her, I guess.
I think you're right. Yeah, Mr. Lindell's groovy movies. I didn't think they were gonna go like that. That broke me. Seeing that happen to Tensing. Oh my gosh. The lighting in this is so simplistic yet powerful. Oh my gosh. Namor iconic trident in Brahmastra, but not in Black Panther 2. Namor had a spear in Black Panther 2. Yes, Namor did have a spear. Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
Brahmastra has been activated with three-piece joining. Oh, y'all gonna make me cry. Yeah, that's continuity right there. Oh my gosh, y'all. No joke. When I was in the theater, I literally thought I was gonna start bawling. Like, what do you mean? Wow. Does he have like 8 arms now? Wow. Rogue One and battle moment. I didn't know what to make of that scene. When I first saw this in Mr. Londo's Groovy Movies, that's what I thought too. I was a little lost for a bit. I wasn't quite sure what it meant until the explanation showed up.
Oh.
So Janoon could not control it, but it was cool. So I went with it. Yeah.
So now he has the power of the Brahmastra.
So simplistic, isn't it?
Yes.
And you got to love it. I'm like, oh, so simple. John Ware Jr., I think your girl taking a dirt nap in the gorge somewhere. I think Brahma Dev pretty much effectively fired her. Janoon is the baddie. Are we liking baddies now? We liked her for the villain that she was,
Mhm.
and she had the end coming to her. I know, nobody, no death. They could wind up bringing her back, but I want to see. Brahma Dev basically said, "You failed me for the last time." That's what I want to hear. Uh
Deva, Deva, Nama.
Yep, that's right.
He knows it's together now.
We
So he's
Darth
going to want it,
Plato.
right?
Janoon's mission was to reborn Dev's statue and alive him. Yeah, to bring him back. Because remember, she said, "My life isn't even my own, and only he can take it, and only when my mission is over." Dang.
Dev.
I'm so looking forward to that part. I bet you that sucker is going to be like the Empire Strikes Back. Well, my dear, what did you think now that you have finally have seen this?
I'm speechless.
I tell you what,
um,
I'll let you enjoy the credits.
no, I'm speechless. It was that good. The credits are amazing looking too. Um, it was pretty perfect. It was just perfect. What a great job they did with this film. And This guy is
I
talented. I mean, he's
agree.
so talented.
He really is. And I agree by for the Hobbit. Yeah. This looked a lot better in IMAX 3D. It looks cool here, but it was like a real gut punch just watching it there. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movie says, move over Star Wars. There's a new game in town. Yeah, I love this. This blows any of the Disney Star Wars movies out of the water. And I'm thinking that's probably the reason why Disney didn't publicize this movie so much.
Yeah,
Part
maybe.
two in 2025.
Oh, is that how long we have to wait for that?
Yes. So we got 3 years. All right. It's okay. 3 years. All
That's
right.
if everything
All right.
goes off well. 3 years.
Which one?
If everything goes off the way it's supposed to in 3 years, like if there's no delays or.
Mm-hmm. And things go as scheduled. John Ware Jr. says, I'm glad concept artists are getting time to shine in the credits. Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Plug in my
John
computer.
Ware Jr. says, R.I.P. Janir. Sounds I'm hearing rumors she might be back. Nobody we maybe have got to see how Dev isn't too happy with her not having that mission pop off the way that he wanted it to. And you notice they went in back in time and they went back to the point where the Brahmastra was no longer together. So perhaps it's as if part two will pick off as if that did not happen, which it didn't, and start from that point. So that's gonna be interesting to see. And Xavius is in the chat, says, what up, friends? Good to see you. Well, good to see you, Xavius. I know that you're an artist type of guy. The visuals in this movie, dude, you have got to check it out on Hulu. So it is now on Hulu. And I want to say, just like so many other Indian films that Americans are finally getting to see, we don't get to see them in the theater, but as soon as they hit streaming, that's when we start to see them. And word of mouth starts to go around about watch this, watch this, watch this.
Um,
Something else.
this is one of those films. It feels like a summer blockbuster film as well. I have to say that as well. I mean, I kind of, if I had seen this and it was July 4th or something like that, I would just come out of the theater so elated and so happy.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that he has a great story and it's what we want to see. Obviously, I think it's visually pleasing. It's a love story. They actually have a kiss in it. Like this is so I can't say that there wasn't any love in the story because there was. In fact, it was like central to the theme of the film itself. So yeah, it hits all the marks definitely for the romance and love part. It was just such a great story. And I think the actors also, this was not an easy film to make. This was physically
No.
demanding. You had to sing, you had to dance. You also had to have all those coordinated scenes with the CGI for all the powers. The
Mm-hmm.
costumes were great. Obviously, the makeup, the costume design was spectacular. The villains were villains, and they are still villains.
Yes.
So there's no like converts going from one side to another. Yeah, it was just incredible. Yeah, it's a great film. This is it's amazing. I'm wondering how long it's going to take people to see this film and realize what it is. It's taken over where, a lot of the Marvel films have not been able to
Mm-hmm.
kind of like recreate the magic from before. This is the new magic. This is the new magic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I really think that I don't know, I'm probably giving Disney too much credit. I think it's in their best interest to not give a lot of press to this film, even with it being dropped on Hulu. The description is something like the first India's first multiverse. I'm like, that's how you write the title, really? That's
Is
how
it,
you. That's literally if when you go back when you go into Hulu.
mhm.
I'm actually gonna stop the
Is it a
credits a little bit.
multiverse?
We're layered, and it is a multiverse. Remember when the videos first released? Remember they released like about three different videos to explain what the Astroverse was.
Mhm.
And he talked about the director Ayan Mukherjee talked about that it's a trilogy that he was putting together for
Mhm.
this to create this Astroverse. And he said that he created it with inspiration from what he saw in like the Marvel movies, because we'll say up to Endgame, because I'm not talking about anything past Endgame, just the way all of those movies worked together. And that's like what he wanted to present, and he did an absolutely amazing job. He also had a little bit of help refining his script from none other than SS Rajamouli as well, with helping him out with that. I really wish, I hope that parts 2 and 3 and Xavier Menage says part 2 and 3 be shot side by side. So I guess kind of like how they did the Harry Potter movies, how they were kind of shooting some of them kind of in parallel. So that'll be good. I really don't know. I really hope that they have enough faith in the films to put it in the theater, because this was worth the theater experience. I was not upset that I paid 20 some odd dollars to see it in IMAX 3D, because it was 3 hours of just pure escapism, entertainment, and the visuals, the practical effects, and everything was just insane. I didn't mind paying for it. But I don't think Disney is going to give this film the kind of legs in the US. So it may just only be able to get into American audiences by being on streaming. Now, another thing that I will add, I keep bringing up SS Rajamouli, but the reason that I am, one, as you know, he got signed by CAA in Hollywood. So what that means is now he has access to like Hollywood movie makers and all of that and contacts in the industry. And he's actually been showing several of his films in Hollywood. And of course, part of the sequel to RRR there, I think his dad's working on, but his name is being circulated in Hollywood. So I think that by association, since he has contacts with the director of this movie, Ian, maybe parts 2 and 3 will show up in the theater. I certainly hope so. I really think this is worth it. I really thought it was worth it. It's worth it more than the most recent Marvel movies we've seen dumped into theaters. What are your thoughts, my dear?
Yeah, there's nothing that holds a candle to this movie. There, it just isn't anything like it, and it's distinctly Indian. It's not. It is absolutely in that culture, and
Mhm,
it's completely relatable. So it is true that even if the film has primarily one ethnic group in it, you can still relate to it, even if you are not part of that group. So it didn't need to be changed or recast or changed around, or none of that stuff mattered in this film in the least bit. It stuck to what it is, which is just a fantastic film. So that argument of trying to diversify and be more inclusive, it's not needed in the least bit. And this film isn't trying to be anything that, I think the fact that it does embrace the culture that already exists, that
mhm,
is that is essentially thousands of years old, is really important. So it has this extra cultural significance that I really like about it. So that's something else that is very interesting. It is genuine because it's a legitimate story based on a lot of cultural norms in that, in Indian culture too. So there is
Mhm.
that as well. I think this is going to bring a lot of people to the table to watch this film and the next films after that. And it's just a remarkable film. It's so much fun to watch this film. It was really amazing. So there is that.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch, and just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, which I think is extremely important. The film is distinctly Indian with a universal story, which is why it's so appealing to so many audiences. And that's what we want in our entertainment. Even entertainment that is not American, but we're interested in it because it's a great story and we get to learn other things about another culture. It's one of the reasons why anime is so popular here, and one of the reasons why RRR was just is just so popular over here, because distinctly Indian with a universal story of brotherhood in there. It's just fascinating, and we love this kind of entertainment. So, first of all, I'm glad that so many people are interested in this. And on this channel, for me, you know, pop culture analysis, regardless of where it comes from, long as it's pop culture and it's worth the entertainment time to invest in, I will definitely, definitely blow it up on this channel. So I know her and I, we are going to keep our eyes on Brahmastra sequels. Of course, we're going to keep you up to date with the news with that of what's going on, and of course, more Indian movie watch parties as well, because this is just so entertaining, and I love it. I love it. Like I said, 3 hours went by like that.
I can't stop smiling. I think someone else had said this in the chat already, but I can't stop smiling. I'm smiling because of this film. It was so good. Really amazing. Really amazing. I just so blown away by all of this.
I love it. I love it. Darth Plato, hello, says the recasting diversity angle is applied only as a means to, I guess, subvert an existing legal tradition. I think it's people doing recasting just to do it. That there isn't a reason, because the actor, they just want to do it for shock value and not give you a character that you want to relate to. Yeah, there is that culture shock. You never know. It's kind of out there, but I just find it fascinating. To kind of reverse engineer it. It's one of the reasons why Star Wars, okay, episodes 1 through 6, are so beloved around the world. There's a reason for that. And Xavier Menage says Ranbir Kapoor was offered a role in the Star Wars film, but he rejected as he was not ready that time.
Interesting.
Really? I wonder which film. I'm curious as to which one it was. And Battle Hymn 63 will roll out on this one. If you find out if Janu lives, let John Ware Jr. know. And he says, thank you. Thank you. Yes, speaking of the villains, which I think is an interesting and important point to talk about, it seems with Disney and with Marvel of late, they want to make their villains kind of like this weird misunderstood. They're not 100% evil. In this film, you know exactly who the evil is, and not only do you know by their actions, but as we saw, even when the Astra gets corrupted, it's not even the same color that it was. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's great that they had these cues of color so that we can understand, where who is on which side, so to speak. Um, and I think also that the final, ultimate Astra, the Brahmastra,
Mhm.
is very interesting because it allows there to be a sense of hierarchy. And
Mm.
for a long time, a lot of the films we've been seeing, we're not really getting that. We've been seeing superheroes and villains fight, and somebody gets defeated, and it's kind of like it doesn't really make any sense in the context that you're given.
Mhm.
Somebody who has the ultimate power, is able to be defeated by somebody who doesn't have it. So at least here we kind of are getting a sense of hierarchy and a sense of how much power be needed to defeat something else, and what's important to the Brahmastra, because it's like a
Mhm.
living entity, I'm guessing. It's not
Yes.
just something that is like a necessarily a spell that's devoid of any feeling. This thing seems to be some kind of force that finds certain elements of life important. For example,
Mhm.
where it found love to be one of the, sacrificing somebody because you sacrificing yourself for someone that you love to be one of the most heroic ways of showing how you love somebody. And it kind of liked that. It liked the idea of that. And I think that is very significant too, because I'd like to think that it has a sense of saying that while there is good and evil in this world, we
Mhm.
acknowledge when something is right or wrong. So now I don't know if the bad guys are doing anything horrible. Only we don't really know what they want to do. This is the other thing, is that we don't know what Dev wanted to do. We don't know what I hope I'm saying the right person. We don't know what the I guess the other side wants to do, Janoon and her crew. We really don't know
Mhm.
what their thing is. They want that power, but what are they going to do with it when they get it? She's already been rejected.
Mm.
It's already
Mhm.
resurrected somebody else. We don't really know what the motivations are. And the thing about it is that I think that the main character, he has both abilities in him. This is something that we didn't hasn't really been explored yet.
Mhm.
Feeling that that's going to come in pretty handy at some point when he's challenged again, is having that other side, because his father, I guess, maybe was like that at one time, and his mother was on the other
Mhm.
side. Maybe I know this sounds kind
Mhm.
of, you know discombobulated, but at least I get a sense that his parents loved each other, but maybe they had two different opinions about how to use these ostras and which ostras
Mhm.
they, excelled at. I think
Mhm.
that's something that is interesting. It's kind of like the same fight again that happened with his parents has just happened now. And it is
Exactly.
interesting, how it's come back. It hasn't really gone anywhere. But we'll see now that it's together, it's not separated. So, I wonder about it as an entity and how it's going to maintain itself um,
Mhm.
with everybody around. This is he's the first person that can control it. From what is being said, he doesn't want the
Mhm.
world destroyed.
Exactly.
That I think is very important. It seemed to make sense that someone could go ahead and say, no, we're not going to destroy the earth. Maybe this Astra can be used, the Brahmastra can be used in another way. But what way would it be used? And what's the new version of all these Astra bearers? What happens to them? And
That's
their
true.
lives going forward. So there's a lot of unanswered questions and a lot to work with. Um, going forward. And those, you can't deny being just like falling in love with the visual effects of seeing, a giant, bird or a giant bull. Those were so
Mhm.
beautifully done. They looked very real. It looked very real. I
Yes.
like that I didn't have to guess what the power was because it's the shape of what it is. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, I know what that is. No wondering. I didn't have to figure it out or none of that. I knew exactly what was behind those powers. And that was also very interesting. And also the idea that the power can be taken and be corrupted. That was also
Mhm.
that
Yes.
all of a sudden she's like, they have the bracelet. I'm like, no, you can't take his power. Yeah, they can take that power. So um, does it mean that the main character, someone can take his power? These are questions. Although he doesn't wear a bracelet
That's
or anything, but it's something to think about. And I think it's something that the elder will tell him more as he starts to learn more about what the responsibility is going forward of having these powers.
exactly. There's so much in this, and and it's only the first movie. So how cool is it that just this one movie, we have so many things that are unanswered and that we want answered, scenarios we didn't even think about. It's just it's just something else. I'm so excited. I mean, we've had our eye on this movie ever since it was released, trying to chase out when we could see it. And just a great experience. So one thing that I will add, and I was going to talk about this a little earlier, this is my second viewing of the film, and I'm viewing it with the English dub. And some people are probably asking, well, which one do you think is better? Um, when it comes to foreign movies, I like to hear it in the language in which it was spoken with the subtitles. There's something about the language being spoken that I just feel is more authentic. Granted, okay, case in point, anime. I love my anime, but I will admit I'm lazy sometimes, and I will just want to listen to the dubbed version just so I can have it on and I can listen to it and I can latch onto it to start with. However, I always have to go back and watch the original language with the English subtitles because that's when I truly get the experience as it's intended. Foreign cinema is called foreign cinema because of the origin in which it's made, and they present it to you with that particular framework. So again, it's a little iffy when you're seeing subtitles over the battle scenes and it kind of gets in the way a little bit. I get that, but I would wholeheartedly say if you are up for it, definitely watch it with the in the original Hindi language with the English subtitles. You will not get lost with the English subtitles. And there are certain phrases which we've noticed with watching Indian movies, some phrases where they will actually say it in English. So that's my recommendation. It was not a bad dub in English. Not bad at all. I didn't think so. What did you think about it?
I can't do the subtitles as well anymore, and I've probably watched over 1,000 films that had subtitles in every language under the sun. So I can't really do the subtitles as well. I have to make them incredibly large when I'm watching them on a television screen. If
Hmm.
I'm watching it on, a computer or something smaller, I have to somehow figure out how I'm going to read them. So it's subtitles are not great for me anymore. I mean, I used to read them all the time, but
Hmm.
I have some challenges now in seeing those subtitles. So I kind of need the dub in order to really watch the films, even though I know that there is going to be some loss to a lot of the nuances. So I was grateful for the dubbed version. Thank you, Lorena, for whoever did it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And yeah, I really, one of my biggest dings against this film, if you saw my review, was that an English dub version wasn't released. So that was kind of a uh really wish we really could have had that, because that I think that just would have opened it up to so many more audiences, because with foreign cinema you want to get people hooked. You want to get people hooked on it. And now that I hear that there is an English dub version of RRR, whew, that's just going to take off. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. Well, folks, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us for this watch party, this Indian movie watch party. We plan on like having these watch parties for Indian movies once a month, and the next one I'm still trying to settle on. I have an idea, but it's going to be a surprise. So let you guys know. So I want to first of all thank for hanging out with me and watching this movie. I love seeing her responses to finally seeing this film in person. Thanks so much to all of you in the chat who have been giving your comments, especially those of you who are used to seeing Indian films and giving us that context kind of that we're missing. So also in the comments, as always, we're always looking for new films to look at. So please do let us know. So thank you guys so much again for being here, and we will see you next time. Bye.